Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make this a regular plain bottle into a super cute Grinch furry bottle. I got my green pre-cut fur ready to go that is cut out to fit around this specific bottle. I'm going to go ahead and flip it around, making sure the hair is facing downwards. And I am going to be cutting this piece of fur into two smaller sections because when I wrap it around the bottle, as you can see here, I'm going to show you guys. You see all that extra fur in the top? It's not going to fit correctly because it is more narrow towards the top. So that's why I have to cut it into two smaller pieces. The bottom is going to be okay because it's just one size all around. But I'm going to have to work on the top area depending on whatever bottle you guys are going to be using for this project, okay? That's how you're going to have to cut it. So if you guys are wondering, this pre-cut piece, it is 5 inches in height, as you guys can see there. So like I was telling you guys, the bottom bigger piece is going to be only one size all around. I just have to cut that piece out, which is going to be about 3 inches of this pre-cut piece. As you guys can see there, I have the ruler right there. I'm kind of eyeballing it by putting the fur around the bottle and measuring it, as you guys can see there. So one piece is going to be 3 inches for the bottom of the bottle, and then the top piece is going to be 2 inches. You guys can see right there. I'm going to go ahead and mark that out so when I cut it, I know exactly where to cut. Like I said, the top piece is 2 inches and the bottom is going to be 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and measure it around the bottle. See how long I actually need it to cover the whole bottle. I'm going to hold the fabric from one side of the bottle and wrap it tightly all around. And then wherever that connects, I'm going to go ahead and hold it with my finger and mark that. And there you go. I have both of my 2 marks. I'm going to go ahead and double check that real quick. Wrapping it around the bottle once again. And as you can see, it is a little bit longer than I measured the first time, but that is fine. I can always cut that once I'm actually placing it on the bottle. You know what I mean? So if you guys are wondering, across this is about 7.5 inches. And in height, like I told you guys, it is 5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and line that out so I know exactly where to cut. And there you go. Now I have both of my 2 pieces. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. Double check your fur is facing the way you want it to, which is going to be downwards. I'm going to go ahead and cut that with the blade because it's going to give me that beautiful cut. Pieces that I need. If the lines don't come out perfect right here, you guys can see my blade is getting a little bit dull. That's fine. Nobody's gonna see it once it's actually on. So now back to the bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and start removing this little label because I am going to be doing the fur around, and all I want to be able to see is that white wrapper around the top. So yes, I am removing this label. It's just a sticker, so it's super easy to remove. And I am going to be using E6000 to glue the fur around the bottle. So I got my first piece. I'm going to go ahead and comb that hair down. Make sure it's out of the way so when I'm placing it around the bottle, it's easy to place. I'm going to begin placing my E6000 glue on the bottle, doing one nice thick layer of that glue, evenly placed on the back of the bottle because I don't want to see that connection of the fur in the front of the bottle, you know what I mean? So I'm starting off at the back, combing that hair out of the way, placing that first layer on it, and I'm gonna gently push that fur backwards so I can start placing more of that A6000 glue and adding that fur to it as I go around the bottle, as you guys see me doing right there. Very carefully making sure no hair is in the way so it doesn't get stuck. And as I'm holding the fur down on the bottle that has already been glued on, I'm gonna gently pull the fur. Like I said, this is a one size piece. This was super easy. You know, it's the same size all around. But like I said, depending whatever bottle you are doing this on, you know, the cuts are going to be different. This is for a mini size of a apple sparkling cider. So if you are doing this on a regular size sparkling cider, it's gonna be the same process. You know, it's just bigger pieces. This is for the mini bottle, like I said. And you guys can see there, I already glued it all the way around. And I do have a tiny piece extra right there, which it doesn't really bother me. So since it is super small, I'm going to go ahead and glue that on there. You're not going to be able to see it because of all that excess, you know, hair of the fur. That's why I'm not worried about it. You know, if it was a huge extra piece, then I would have cut it off. But it's just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and glue it and then blend it in. As you guys can see there, you can't not even see the difference, you know? So this is how it looks so far. I got that whole bottom piece on it. You can see right there the bottle at the bottom. And I'm going to start working on the top area. So I got my other piece of fur ready to go right here. I'm going to comb it out just a little bit, measure it to the bottle. And like you guys can see right there, since it is not one size, it's still, you know, a little bit overlapping towards the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be measuring it as I go around, cutting pieces, you know, so it's not overlapping. It kind of lays onto the bottle. And I'm going to cut that as I go, eyeballing it. And to make this a little bit faster, instead of using the blade, I'm actually just going to use scissors, you know, combing the hair out of the way before I cut it, double checking it, make sure it's gonna fit nicely around that section, and I'm just gonna cut it and glue it. Same process with the E6000. Right there, you guys see, I added my first piece. I'm gonna do the same thing once again and measure it around the bottle. If it does overlap, that is fine. That's what the scissors are for. That is what I'm going to be cutting out. Like I said, I am eyeballing it, holding it, measuring it with my fingers so I can see where I have to divide the fur to cut it. And a little tip I can add for you guys is do not add too much glue to the edges, so as you are going and, you know, cutting, you can always cut the little edges if you have to, and then you can add the glue once you know you have the specific look you want. So right here, I already cut it, but I'm going to measure it again. You see how that fur is overlapping on the corner tops? I'm going to cut that, you know, once it's on the bottle. And you see right there, I added more fur to that corner now that it is settled on. Very gently applying that piece, making sure it's aligned to the rest of the fur and that white wrapper on the bottle. E6000 does give you time to, move the fur around if you need to for a few seconds. And like I said, you're gonna have a little bit of overlapping fur, which you can always go in and cut with scissors. That's why I told you guys, try not to add too much glue to the edges, so you can always go in and cut. Separate your fur so you don't lose any of that hair. And guys, do not freak out if it's not perfect, because with all that hair, it is easy. And I have about 2 more pieces to cut. Like I said, double check before you cut the piece, measure it to the bottle, see exactly where you want to cut it, making sure it looks nice and straight at the top where the foil wrapper is. Spread the fur, cut it, measure it, double check it, cut anything else extra you have to, and go ahead and glue it. I'm applying my last piece right here. As you can see, it is overlapping. Like I said, you can always go and cut the edges, guys. Like I said, do not freak out over imperfections. That hair is long enough and it's gonna cover it up, It's just about getting that look. Separate the fur so you don't have that much shedding, you know. Right there, you guys see how I cut? Check cut, check, and then I glue on. And there goes my last piece. I do have a little bit of overlap right there at the edge, but like I said, I don't mind it. I'm just going to glue it and blend. Look at this bottle, guys. It's looking super cute already. You can't even see where the pieces are cut. Make sure all your edges are nicely glued together. Blend it all together, guys. And once it is dry, I have this cute little hat and scarf, guys. I got off Amazon. I'll link them down below in the description for you guys if you guys do want to go buy them, because they fit super cute and perfectly around these bottles. I went on ahead and put the scarf on it. It's super, super cute. It was a little bit troubling to fix the scarf, but I got the hang of it eventually. And then I got the little hat that fit perfectly onto the top of the bottle, guys. Look at that. Super, super cute. And then I have these glitter foam sticker hearts. It's a huge packet, and I got one of those hearts and put it right on top of the fur, guys. And it is totally giving me those Grinch vibes, guys. That is the look I was going for. Super, super cute, guys. So these are my final results, guys. Look how cute it came out. It's definitely giving me those Grinch vibes, guys, with the little hearts, all that fur everywhere, that little scarf and the hat. Just, oh my god, they're so adorbs. And guys, to take it to a whole nother level, you know, it's good like this. It looks super cute already, but I decided to go ahead and print out a little face of the Grinch and place it right there behind the scarf and the hat, and it came out even cuter, guys. I mean, super, super cute DIY to do for, you know, this Christmas, whether it's for your decor around the house, to give it as a present, guys. It's just super, super cute. I love how it came out. Look at that. So, so cute with the little Grinch face. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a little something. Thank you guys so, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.